Oh, coming back for episode 8. Just as a brand new thing, we're huge in Belgium, everybody. It's the Very Terrible Podcast with me, Jason, and B-Spike on the mic.
Hello.
So for today's episode, we decided we wanted to try things a little bit backwards, and we're going to start where B usually has her game at the end. We're going to start at the beginning.
Yep. So today you're going to be guessing football players.
I know football players.
Like in the
Not personally.
NFL. And they are all put into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Okay, this is a good class. It's easy.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say their last name.
All right.
And then give you a couple seconds. If you ask for a hint, I'll tell you what year they were put into the Hall of Fame. And if you still can't guess it, I'll give you the team or teams they played on.
Yeah.
And if you still can't guess it, then
I'm
you
out.
suck.
Yeah.
And I tell you the answer.
Okay.
Well, maybe I'll tell you. If you get lucky,
I know
I'll tell
football
you
players.
their position.
Yeah, I think by the time you get the team, I'll know
Okay.
pretty much.
Maybe I'll tell you.
So you're going to tell me, I'm sorry,
maybe-
first name? You give me the first name, last name? What do
Give
you
you
give
the
me?
last name. Guess the
Oh,
first
I got to
name.
guess the first name? That's okay.
Yes. So I'll just switch up the hints I give you.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
All right, first one.
Yep.
Rice.
Jerry Rice.
Yes. Brown.
Jim Brown.
Taylor.
Lawrence Taylor.
Oh my gosh, you are so good at this. Montana.
Joe Montana.
Peyton.
Walter Payton.
Oh my gosh, I really thought I could get you
Well,
this.
when I was a kid, I had so many football cards, and I have the football cards of these people.
White.
Oh, Reggie White.
How?
Reggie White is dead.
Cool. This one's easy. Manning.
Peyton.
Yep.
And then Eli will be coming in a few years.
Nice. Hudson.
Hudson. Oh, that's an old name. Hudson. Well, it's nobody recent. So they must have went in the Hall of Fame back in the 70s.
Would you like me to give you your first
Yeah,
hint?
that's a good hint.
1963.
That's when they went into the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
So you have to be retired 5 years to get in the Hall of Fame.
Yep.
All right. So
Leather helmets.
Ernie Hudson.
That is incorrect.
No, I don't know Hudson. Go.
All right. Team is the Packers.
I don't know Hudson.
The last. Okay.
I don't know the name Hudson.
Don Hudson. Hudson.
Hutson?
Yes.
Oh, that's why. I was going Hudson.
Okay. Lot.
L-O-T-T?
Yes.
Ronnie.
Yep.
Played for the San Francisco 49ers and Raiders.
I
Lost a
bel-
finger in a game.
I believe it's. I'm not going to attempt to pronounce this because I don't want to pronounce it wrong.
Go ahead.
Greene.
Green. Kevin Green.
Nope.
Well, Kevin Green is in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but it's not the one you're talking about in this situation.
Green. What team?
He played on the Steelers.
Kevin Green.
Nope.
Oh, Mean Joe Green.
Yep.
Okay.
Joe Green.
Yeah, Joe Green. Mean Joe
Okay.
Green, very famous for a Coca-Cola commercial.
Jones.
Ed Too Tall Jones. Dallas Cowboys.
No.
What? Disagree.
There are multiple.
Well, yeah, how are you going to give me multiple? Let's see here.
What would you like for your next hint?
Are we
The
still
year?
on Jones?
Yes, the year?
Ernie Jones.
No. Or I can tell you the letters of the position they
This
played.
what team was it?
Rams.
Jones on the... Oh.
1980.
Yeah, he had the head slap.
Starts with a D.
Deacon.
Yes. Okay. Graham.
Ernest Graham's not in the Hall of Fame. Ernest Graham was a Buccaneers running back that is the North Fort Myers High School coach. Otto Graham.
Yes.
Yes.
Sanders.
Dion.
Nope.
Barry.
Yes. Lewis.
Ray.
Yes. Favre.
Brett Favre.
Yes.
You don't know Brett Favre?
No.
Why are you kidding me?
Brady.
Brady's not in the Hall of Fame. Tom Brady?
Yeah.
He's not in the Hall of Fame.
He's not?
No, he's still playing.
Oh.
You have to-
Yeah. It says.
This is the
okay.
top
Hold on.
NFL 100 players.
Who?
Is this like the top 100 players of all time?
Yeah, but this is a site that says what year they got into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But it says predicted to be once not active.
Yeah. that's
So
a-
basically they're saying he's going to be in it,
yeah.
obviously.
Oh, obviously.
But anyway. Elway.
John.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Hannah.
Hannah.
Yes.
Jack.
Nope.
What? Jack Hanna's probably from the cartoon characters.
1991.
Hannah.
Yes.
1991.
Hannah.
No clue.
And he played on the Patriots.
Hannah? Nope, no idea.
John Hannah.
Still no idea. Never heard of the guy.
Okay. Lily.
Lily? Nope.
Lilly.
Nope. No idea.
Cowboys?
Never was a Cowboy fan growing up.
1980.
Still, I wasn't a Cowboy fan growing up.
Bob Lilly.
Bob Lilly. Sounds familiar.
You can tell we're getting into the more popular ones
Yeah.
because you're not. I mean, the less popular ones. Smith.
Emmett.
Nope.
Oh, Jesus. There's so many Smiths.
Played in the Bills.
Oh, Bruce.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parker.
Team?
Baltimore and the Colts. Played on 2 teams.
That must have been an old entry.
1973
Yeah,
is when they
that's
were
a
put
long
in the
time.
Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Jim Parker.
No way.
Yes, way.
That's the guy. Okay.
Luckman.
Ernie.
Nope.
Luckman.
He was a quarterback on the Bears.
Sid.
Yes.
Hang on. How far do you want to go into this game?
I don't know.
Are we just going to name players
How
for
about we do
45
three
minutes?
more?
Three more. Give me 3 more.
Do hard ones.
Yeah.
Grange.
Ed.
Nope.
Ed Grange.
You were so close.
No, it's Ed Grange. It's Packers. Right? Or Bears?
Bears, yes.
Yeah. Ed Grange.
Red. R-E-D.
Grange. Yeah, okay. Well, maybe I called him Ed because there were people called him Red.
Greg. 2 G's at the end. Greg.
Oh, boy. I can see him.
Played in the Packers.
No, I can't see him.
Was put into the Hall of Fame in 1977.
No, that's before my time.
Forrest.
Ugh. God, we are like getting down to the bench warmers here.
2 more.
2 more. I thought, okay.
Or did I miscount?
Fine. Go ahead. 2 more. Who cares?
Campbell.
Campbell? Oh.
Either way.
34, played on the Houston Oilers. He was a running back.
Yep. All that is correct.
Campbell.
That's with knee.
Yeah, I know. I want to say Ernest, but it's not. Earl.
Yep. And last one. Shell.
Art Shell.
Yes.
Yeah. Art Shell's
Alrighty.
Oakland Raiders was defensive player, and he was actually the first black Raiders head coach. Art Shell. And then he was the president of the NFL Players Association Union at one point. So, like, during the, I'd say, late 80s, early 90s, I was a huge football fan. I have so many football cards in my closet that are sitting there, and maybe someday you inherit them and maybe sell them for money. I don't even know if I guess football cards are coming back.
I think so.
I don't
I know
know.
baseball cards.
Same
aren't-
idea.
I mean, I don't know. Cards have always, like, in my school, I know that, like, the Pokemon card kids, they don't bring them that often.
Yeah.
But when they do, it's this, like,
Big book.
thick book
Yeah.
just stacked with Pokemon cards.
Yeah. Well, what it was when I was young, they didn't have as many. So there were just Tops. I think there was Tops. And then in the 90s, we had a company called Pro Set. And then that was about it. So you only had 50 or 100 cards a year would come out. So if you found one that was rare, it had value. Now, there are so many manufacturers. You go into Target. You've seen the card section in Target?
Not really.
It's like the whole length of the checkout section wide, just cards of all kinds of stuff except for college football, which is the one I would buy. But there's, soccer, boxing, baseball, Pokemon, BS, all these collector crap nerd cards, and just all this stuff. And they oversaturated the market. And when you do that, you have so many that they don't have any value anymore. And now I think they're trying to cut it back, and they're trying to bring it back now.
Yeah.
So I've got some that are just like old, like 1950s, which is, turning into really big time antiques. And if I put them in the ground, they would be an archaeological site. I'm going to bury baseball cards in my yard. We have big news. Because of our listeners out there in podcast land, we have access to demographics. And B and I took a look at what's called a heat map the other day of the world. And the world is listening to the Very Terrible Podcast. Now, it's really concentrated in Southwest Florida. Big red blotch on Southwest Florida. We had some weird ones like, whoa, they had a little dot in Kansas.
Yeah, we had Michigan, I believe.
Yeah. Michigan, Kansas.
Moscow, Russia.
Russia. The hackers are listening to us. And our new friends in Belgium.
Yep.
And what languages did we discuss? What languages are spoken in Belgium? French.
I know French.
And then how do we say hi in French?
Bonjour.
Bonjour. And then we'll have to ask our research department, Siri.
Yes.
Go ahead, ask Siri on the thing.
Hey Siri, what languages are spoken in Belgium?
Here are some results I found. French, German, Dutch, Yiddish, Flemish. Do you want to hear the remaining
Oh my god.
5?
Well, I can't say hello in any of those.
So
I imagine
basically,
German is just screaming.
It's like Luxembourg and some other stuff.
All right. So we have friends in Belgium. They must speak English. They must. That you wouldn't sit through this if you couldn't speak English.
Yeah.
So thank you to our listeners in Belgium.
Yep.
Watch it, listeners in Moscow. we know you're trying to hack us. And to our friends in Kansas, watch out for the incoming tornado that is inevitable in Kansas.
Really?
Oh, Kansas? Yeah.
Oh, I thought
The middle of the country just gets wiped out with tornadoes.
Especially Louisiana.
Constantly.
They're going below sea level.
Well, that's more of a hurricane.
Oh,
hurricane
yeah. I
area.
always forget there's a difference between those two.
Oh, yeah.
So on more recent news,
Yes.
did you hear about American Idol? Who won?
Oh, we watched it.
Yeah.
We don't normally watch American Idol, but we picked up on the last episode, and it was down to 3. Somebody that didn't use their real name. Hunter Girl, which is not her real name.
Noah Thompson.
Yeah.
And why can I not remember the last one?
Wasn't that the one who won? Was the last one?
No.
Oh, Noah was the one that won.
Yeah.
It was the other girl, blonde hair. No, or it was blonde haired Hunter. Very memorable cast, you could tell.
I know, because the 2 girls are both blonde.
Were they? No.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Why can I not remember? It was the one girl who lived in Tennessee.
She was the one with all the sparkly jackets and crap, right?
Leah Marlene.
Yeah, another name you would never remember.
I liked all of them. They're pretty good.
Well, they had to be decent to get to the end.
I know. I liked Leah Marlene the best. I mean, Noah Thompson was good, but
Yeah.
I think Leah Marlene should
Did you
won.
vote?
No, because it was asking for like all this personal
Yeah.
information. It was like, what's your phone number? What's your email? What's this? What's that? No, thank you. It's
Yeah.
your birthday.
Yeah, exactly. Please insert your social security number. No, thank you. So, and let's see. What else we have to recap today, which is the point of our show today, will be our second attempt and revisiting, of course, of our friends at
Busch Gardens.
Busch Gardens. Once again, went into it with a very positive attitude this time. Now, this was part of a group trip that we were gonna meet up with some people and have a big group trip. The first run that we did, where we ended up with B getting the concussion,
An ER trip.
was our dry run, and then we learned some valuable lessons, I thought. So we'd come into round 2 with a lot of knowledge and experience of what we were going to do. So we drive up, right? I think the drive up was pretty fine. I don't think there was anything really wrong with that.
Yep.
And
It's all good.
Yeah, it was all good. It started to realize something, and then I guess maybe because we were looking for things to be wrong, we found them. And it's this thing that people tell me all the time: if you look for problems, you'll find them. We went into the parking lot, and for any of you who have been to Busch Gardens, you'll know. You come off of this more or less of a side street in Tampa, and you pull into the parking lot, and I started to realize that the signs are all sun bleached. And you're looking at these signs, and the parking lot isn't kept. The ticket booths when you go up are just disheveled, and I didn't realize it until I went into this day with this premonition of, I just need to find what's wrong with this place, and I didn't need to look far. We parked the car. We get our parking pass now. We got them this time, right? Because normally it's everywhere you go. We're gonna sit there. Welcome to Gardens. You want to park your car? I got them this time. So we upgraded the buy one get one fun card or whatever that thing was called. Upgraded the fun card, did the silver pass, comes with parking, and so park the car for free, go on, get on. I think yeah, we took the tram on the way.
Yeah, we did.
Parking tram, which I have a thing about riding backwards. So you picked a road in which I had to ride backwards. Wonderful. Get to the front ticket counter to then engage in the next transaction of, welcome to Busch Gardens. Would you like, we have to try to eat today. So we purchased a meal
plan.
Meal plan. The meal plan is a very simple idea. Every 90 minutes, you get an entree, you get a side, you get a drink. Every 90 minutes. Oh, we thought to ourselves, this is going to be fantastic. We're going to go in, have our meal plan. Everyone's going to take a turn. We're going to run the system. We're going to get this thing. We're going to run the gambit. We're going to figure out how to get Busch Gardens. Joke's on us. So today was group trip day for every single person in the entire universe. There were custom t-shirts. Everybody had a group, and every group wanted to ride everything at the same time. We started our day, obviously, with the revisiting of the roller coaster problem that we had, right?
Yes.
What was the name of the first roller coaster?
Scorpion?
No.
Sand serpent?
No. The
Cobra's Curse.
Cobra's Curse. So Cobra's Curse, we are excited. We get to the park so early, really, that none of the rides are even open, which I didn't know that there was a time period where they would let you in, and then there's another time where everything starts. I guess the employees are let in at the same time, I guess. We have to make sure all the bolts are on the rides. I don't know what the hell happens at Busch Gardens before they start. It certainly isn't quality control. So Busch Gardens, once again, walk in, paint is just bland. It's all sun bleached. They never updated it from the times that I went years ago. We go in and we see this Cobra's Curse. You know what? It's a regular, easy-to-go roller coaster. No big deal. We watch a video on YouTube. The sign says 15-minute wait. Perfect. I mean, 15-minute wait, if you remember from our other episode, would be leaps and bounds above everything else that we've done. We get in the line. We're scooting by all the people here. We're getting in, and all of a sudden, it's like roadblock. And thank goodness we were in the air conditioning, right?
Yeah, so it's like the only air-conditioned line in the entire park.
Yeah. And I don't know what was going on, but whatever it wasn't fast.
And to make matters worse, there were these little kids who kept banging on everything, screaming, shouting, doing everything in their power to make it louder. And the building also echoed.
Yes.
So they'd bang, and you'd hear it from all the other rooms. And
yeah, they were doing
nightmare
the
altogether.
"We will rock you," clap, boom, boom, clap, boom, boom, clap. They were doing that. They were having fun. To their credit, they were having fun, and they didn't know, and we didn't know, that you were going to be in line for 60-plus minutes.
Yeah.
So the 15 minutes on the sign was incorrect and wrong, which then turned into 60 minutes on one of the Find Other Citizens on the app. There was showing us, now it's 60 minutes. And once again, you're in the line, so you can't get out. You cannot escape the line when you're in. I guess you could. And then, you had a very impromptu
experience.
So we'll get to that in a second. We finally do get on the ride after all the Fast Pass people get on, or whatever their stupid thing is called.
Fast Pass, yes.
Yeah. So Fast Pass people are on first. All the common folk can just hold their hand on their ass and wait. And that's what we did. So we finally get into the antiquated Cobra's Curse ride. And it's, you get in the cart elevates up like an elevator, which I thought was kind of cool. So you get like an elevator, go up, start the roller coaster. Of course, much again, goes backwards. Hate going backwards. So either way, we have our ride. Hey, high fives all around. Yay, we did it. It was an hour and change that Mom had to wait for us to get off the ride.
She hates roller coasters.
She doesn't do roller coasters.
And so we were on the ride, went up, and then we turned, which we saw in the video. He's like, oh, I'm going to hate this. We thought we were just going to, turn back around. No. So, we're going up and down, and he thinks we're done once we go back up.
I heard
he's
it.
like, so he's like, oh, it's the break, they're going to get us back down, probably get the other part of the elevator taking us back down.
Yeah.
And it about, what'd you say, 3 seconds
Not
before?
even. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, like a sigh of relief that it's over. I'm like, it's not over yet. And then we drop backwards.
Yeah, you're going through it backwards. And I'm like, why? Who thought this was a good idea?
And it was a very, tall drop. It wasn't like a little slope.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was, I guess, on the grand scheme of roller coasters, and obviously we did not get to Iron Gwazi, so
No.
that's a huge drop. So we get the roller coaster out of the way, high fives all around. Where did we go next?
Next, we went to Congo River Rapids.
No, because there was the train.
Well, train doesn't really count as a ride.
No, do you want the playground section?
Yeah. So I got kicked out of the Elmo's World section. Pause? Okay.
No, continue your story. No breaks.
Okay.
Much like the people at Busch
very
Gardens.
confused there for a second. Alrighty. So anyway, I get in there. Me and all my friends were in there together. And there's no one else in the entire area. Like 3 separate tree houses, a whole jungle gym area. No little kids in sight. Obviously, if there was, we would have gotten out, let the little kid have...
It's meant for kids, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's meant for kids. I don't understand. Nowhere did it say a height, an age, a weight, nothing. So, me and 2 of my friends were in there. And then this lady comes up to us. She's early 30s, late 20s.
Is she uniformed? Like she worked there?
She's wearing a blue shirt.
But maybe she wasn't a mom, was she?
No.
Oh, okay.
And she comes up and she goes, "Excuse me, you guys are too tall to be on this." See, had there been little kids, I get it. But there's no little kids for me to crush. And after that, we actually got up and looked around. Nowhere did it say a height. Nothing.
You should have went back in. Should have turned right around, went back in, and
Oh
found
yeah,
her.
we tried to go the other way. My friends tried to go the other way because I was out with you guys getting water.
Yeah.
And then they yelled at them again. And then they said they weren't allowed back up.
Ugh. Yeah, so, Busch Gardens inconsistent in their air quote security.
All right, and then we went...
So we go on the train.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so
train.
I decided we're going to have a nice break, and we're going to go get on, because we wanted to see the Sand Serpent again, right?
Yes.
So we were on our way to the Sand Serpent, and then all of a sudden, B's group text starts blowing up about where everybody's going, and they've all decided they're going to go to Congo River Rapids.
Yes.
Well, now the train goes, chugga, chugga, chugga. It's taken off. Chugga, chugga. And what did you say? I want to get off.
Yes.
You can't get off the train once it's going.
It was going like 2 miles per hour.
You
If I
can't
had
jump-
the urge to jump off, I would jump off, maybe fall on my butt. Oh, well.
No, then you get kicked out of the park.
Oh, well.
Well, now.
Looking back, it just would have been better.
I know. So we haven't got, but they don't know that yet. They're still listening to our stories.
Yeah.
Tales of horror. So the train that hasn't been painted since the olden days goes chugga 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 all the way around, halfway around the park. So we do like this half moon shape, and then we got to walk all the way back to where we started to get back to Congo River Rapids.
So, we get to Congo River Rapids. My friends and I get in the line.
Just for context purposes, it's 912 degrees outside. It's very hot. It's very sunny.
And the line's outdoors.
And the line's outdoors, and we are getting sunburned.
So, the line expectancy, it's like 70 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Just over an hour. So we hop in the line. No line indication of which line is which. So we go to what looks like the longer line.
Yeah, now who's in your group?
Me and 3 friends and one of my friends' dad that was not the chaperone.
Okay, so you had an adult with you.
Correct.
Okay.
But again, there was no indication of which line was which, so did the right thing, got in the one we thought was not Fast Pass. So we wait 80 minutes, which was longer than the expectancy, to get up to the front, and then we figure out it's Fast Pass line. So at this point, we don't know whether we go back around and leave the whole line, or just try to get on. Because we already waited the 70 minutes that was expected. Plus more.
We already figured out that the time scale in this place is completely screwed up.
Exactly. But you know what? Oh well, we try. She doesn't scan anyone's passes, so we're thinking like, oh, we're going to be fine. We waited. Oh, we're going to try.
Mm-hmm.
We are the only ones that she scanned our pass. We didn't have one. So we're like, this is Fast Pass? She goes, yeah, you need a pass. So you either have to go to the back, or there's nothing I can do. So we're like, I know that from last time Mom and I went on this ride, there's an extra way out.
Yeah.
To the side that you can visibly see.
Yeah. For all the people that are too scared to go on the ride.
Yes, and I asked her, I'm like, oh, can we just go out that way? She goes, unfortunately, no. I'm like, why not? She goes, it's against policy. How is it against
You
policy?
should then show me the policy. Show me this in writing, please. Get out your giant Busch Gardens manual and turn to page 212 and show me the policy that would be violated by me using the exit that is
Meant
annotated
for this.
that is meant with the exit sign.
But you know what? Oh, well. Can't win it all. It's Busch Gardens. Don't expect anything else.
What did the dad say during all this? Dad didn't say anything?
Nothing. I was the one doing all the talking.
This is ridiculous. So during this, in the very simultaneous timeline, that is when you entered the line,
Yes.
Mom wants Chick-fil-A, and we know that there's going to be a line at Chick-fil-A, and I have nothing better to do. So I said, you know what? You sit here, wait for B to get off the ride. I'm going to go to Chick-fil-A and go wait in that line. It was over an hour. I was waiting for Chick-fil-A. And then on top of that, so we decided that Chick-fil-A is part of the meal plan, this magical meal plan that's 90 minutes around. So we had, I think it was after the roller coaster.
I got in line for Congo Rapids. You went to Chick-fil-A.
So then we are all now waiting during this same time period. You're waiting in your line. I'm waiting in my line. I was in Chick-fil-A line so long. You had your entire experience and then walked down to meet me at Chick-fil-A, and I was still in the line.
Yes. And looking back, very grateful he waited in line with us. He did let us use his phone and play Heads Up 7-Up. And maybe he was going to talk, maybe he wasn't. But me, one of my friends, were doing a lot of the talking.
Yeah.
Which, he's a shyer person, so I get it.
At least he hung out with you. It was more than I did.
Yeah.
I didn't hang out.
Your mom went, psych, bye-bye.
Yeah, I said, hey, have a great time at Busch Gardens. Busch Gardens. I don't know. The whole place is just run down. Every employee we met, we went to get Dippin' Dots.
Yep.
It was everyone's first day. I don't know how the hell they hired everyone yesterday, but they did. And it was everyone's first day. Nothing was right. The paint looks like garbage. The place is run down. It's sad. It's just a sad shell of what it used to be, which got me thinking, how did Anheuser-Busch let this happen? So through conversation and us having computers in our pockets that make telephone calls, we look it up. Anheuser-Busch sold Busch Gardens back in like 2016 to this amusement park group that also owns SeaWorld and owns a couple other, what I can only imagine to be dingy crap holes. And this is where I think the conditions are coming from. There's no quality control. I wanted to go and find someone who would call themselves a manager and say, please, let's walk through this park. Let's walk through this, and I will point out things, and you can tell me why that's okay. Tell me why the sign is sun-bleached and barren looking. Tell me why there's weeds growing up through the concrete. Tell me why half the rides are broken again today. Some of the rides that were broken from the last time we were there. Tell me why there's no employees at half of the food stands. Like, there were food stands that were just not open. And it's a normal, everyday occurrence. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on. I even wrote Anheuser-Busch on Facebook. I asked them, please get a hold of your lawyers and have them change the name. Call it Tampa Gardens. Call it something else. I don't care that it's on Busch Boulevard. Busch Boulevard is kind of a crappy, or Busch Avenue, whatever the hell it is in Tampa. It's a crappy road in Tampa anyway. But for Anheuser-Busch to be okay putting their name on or leaving their name on that product doesn't make sense. They must have had a huge payday when that deal went through. But what another consistently disappointing day, to which we go and we write it off. Fun was had with friends. Lessons were learned. Not going back. At least that's my opinion.
Yeah, we might try Adventure Island, but
I doubt it. It's probably just full of pee.
Probably, but who knows?
Yeah, we start the trek home, get into some traffic. Mom decides, she's going to call customer service at that time. Oh, I'm sorry. She tried talking to customer service in person at the park while we were there. They wouldn't talk to her.
Oh, yeah.
They wouldn't even remember. They wouldn't even talk to her. They went, you know what? Just call this number, email this thing. We don't want to hear it. I can only imagine the volume of pissed off people that run in and out of that place. So there's no one that's paying compliments to this place. There's just not. It can't be. There's no way that, you think you're getting a 90-minute food pass and it takes you 90 minutes. Like, I could literally have got the Chick-fil-A, handed it off to one of you, and then got back in line and still would have had like 90 minutes before I would have got back to the front again. So, we started the drive home after we get just a phone number for customer service. Mom's on hold for an hour and 9 minutes.
Yep.
To the answer of, yeah, we can't do anything for you. There's just nothing we can do for you. We went back to Facebook. Facebook pretty much said, oh, well, here's what we'll do to make it right. We'll give you 2 fast passes for one ride. So 2 people can go to one ride one time with the fast pass line, which is a 70-minute wait, at least.
Yep.
No, thank you. Just no, thank you. We've passed a dozen parks on the way up. We'd rather spend our money at Disney. Busch Gardens, you've dropped the ball. You are just not cutting it. So I guess we are done. And hopefully our listeners will not waste their money there either. So even though we don't have advertisers, we can do negative advertising to say, Trash Hole Busch Gardens can eat it.
Here's what I say. I say we use the crap out of the fast passes, get our money out of it, but don't buy anything while we're there. We want food, leave the park, go get some food, come back. Not doing any more of this buying stuff at Busch Gardens.
I don't know where the money goes. The place was full. The lines were packed. Each person at one point paid $100 to get in that door, $30 to park their car, and they're paying for obscene amounts of money for food. Where's the money going?
Or they have a fast pass and a parking thing.
Yeah, you've got to buy
which is like
all these
$400.
things. Where's the money going? I don't know. It's investigative reporting that we're not going to have time to do.
Which, I mean, I guess the bills are very expensive, but by now the land has to be paid off.
It has to be. The place is 25 years old.
But
at least.
I mean, the electric for the rides is probably
the ones that work, the ones that are on.
Yeah.
You know, and roller coasters are really gravity driven more than anything else. Like the only electric is to
going up the slope.
That's it. The rest of it is gravity.
But I mean, by Sand Serpent, you know that pirate ship I was pointing out?
Yeah. The Viking. It's a Viking rocking thing that every carnival has one.
It's been out forever.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I can tell, they're making no effort to change it because the last 3 times we've been there, we've had a big tarp over it.
Yep.
And no one standing around it.
It's just not. It's not great. So, lesson learned by all. Yep. And this is what we do. So we're doing our due diligence by letting you know out there that if you have the option to go to Busch Gardens, pass. Don't bother. So that's all we've got for this week's episode. We really appreciate everybody listening in. And what else do you
see you
got?
next time.
All right, everybody. Thanks again for listening. We really appreciate you. We'll see you next time on the Very Terrible Podcast.